What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, my name is Hattie and I am a bodybuilder, specifically in the wellness division. Essentially, I wanted to sit down and have a little bit of a chat and explain a few things, what my plans are going forward, what I'm wanting to do over the next couple of months, and all that good stuff. So, start off with, I am not natural. So, for the past, I want to say about 10 months now, I've actually been implementing growth hormone into my daily supplements. And obviously, I am not natural. That has been the only assistance that I've been taking and ever have taken in that sort of rounds. The only other thing that I've used has been clenbuterol, which has currently been substituted in at the moment due to the phase that I am in. So as of last week, I started a diet phase. And if you follow me on Instagram, you may already know that. Essentially, this diet phase is going to be treated as a mock prep, which is very, very exciting. I have not been in that position of that heavily dieted since my last prep back in 2022. So if you want to kind of like check that out as well, I didn't really document any of it, but there are a lot of posts way back when on my Instagram. So obviously I will leave my handle if you want to go and check those out. But the plan of action for me personally is to just be as best as I can, and growth takes time. So I have been wanting to get back on stage next year in 2025 for the last 2 years now. That's been the ultimate goal. I've very much struggled with reversing out of my diets and not handled it very well, and I have just put on a lot of unnecessary body fat far too quick. So the plan is to diet now, treat it as a mock prep, and reverse out properly to put me in the best, let's say, optimal position in order to build muscle from the end of this diet through to March time, when I will start my actual prep to stage. So although this will be seen as a prep, I will not be getting on stage. I will probably do a photo shoot at the end, but it's purely to work with my coach, Soph, to monitor how I actually diet, what my body is like and how it reacts to things, because as I say, I've not dieted that much since prep 2 years ago. It would be to trial high days and just see how my body responds to different things and how we can peak, and just get a lot more data ready for next year. That in itself leads me on to the next thing, which is obviously I am on growth hormone, which is classed as an assistant, but it's not an androgenic. Now, for how far that I want to go within bodybuilding and within the wellness division, you need some serious muscle. Like, I think people underestimate how much size you need on you. And I am not like unaware of that. I fully know the lengths that some girls go to get to the top ranks. And essentially, if I want to get there, which I do, there will come a time that most likely I am going to have to go on something. I cannot build the muscle that I need naturally or just on growth. So this is not me saying that I am currently on anything else or that I am definitively going to go on X, Y, and Z, but it is a chance for me and Soph to look and discuss about different options. My test levels are naturally very, very high, so that is something that I'm currently looking into at the moment as well, just to rule out any other things, for example, PCOS, sorry. So that is kind of undergoing at the moment, but once we have settled that and made sure it's nothing too serious, then we will look into the possibility of potentially introducing something else. As a female, you have to be extremely careful on what you substitute. Any drugs, any PEDs come with extreme risk, and that's what you need to be kind of aware of. Like, it's not just yeah, I'll go and jab this and be absolutely fine. And everything, even men, it comes with risks. So for me, my options realistically are Femtest, Primo, and Anavar, I think, are going to be the main ones that we'll be looking at the moment. So whether or not I actually do go down that route of wanting to try anything towards the end of this prep stage, then obviously I'll keep you guys updated and I'll let you know. But it is in discussion at the moment with Soph as to whether I will decide to use it or not. But I just wanted to be open and honest and take you along with me in terms of what I use, what I take, why, the reasonings, my side effects, anything like that, and give you an actual idea as to what it's like as a female and also a competitive bodybuilder and someone in the wellness division. I've always wanted to find out as much information as possible from other people, especially in the same class or even just in bodybuilding in general. And you don't always find that many people are open about what they take. And to some extent, it can actually leave other people thinking that they can reach this certain physique naturally. And it's not actually that easy. It's not possible. So that is basically the reasons why I wanted to say all of that and kind of keep you up to date with it. But as I say, I am not natural. I've implemented Clen into the start of this diet phase. I'm running it for about 16 weeks is the guidelines that we've given ourselves. Whether it's longer, shorter, I don't know. We're going to play it week by week. I had my check-in on Wednesday just gone, and I was averaging about 194, 195 pounds for that week. And it is the heaviest I've ever been. Now, I have got no idea as to what my weight will be at the end of this diet phase. I've got no goal, nothing, because like I say, I haven't been that lean in 2 years. So we will see where the diet takes us. I'm actually going to check in with Soph today as well. So you will see my current physique at technically my peak body weight. Probably the most uncomfortable I've ever been in terms of my physique, but needs must to grow muscle. So you guys will see that. We'll have a chat with Soph, see what she's saying, see what she's thinking. And yeah, gonna also train quads today. So I'll take you guys along with me for my training session. And yeah, that is pretty much it. So I hope you guys enjoy, and obviously stay tuned, subscribe to see more and keep up to date with the journey.
Brutal, to be fair.
Yeah, I don't like it.
It puts me in a bad mood as soon as I posted it. It's fine, we've got this. Cool, okay, let's go. That's squat 10. Come like over more with your upper body. That's it. So like this. Do you feel that? Just at the moment, it almost kind of looks like you're leaning back slightly. So it's just like keep over. Yeah, but remember as you come down though, that doesn't matter. It's like that's going to change anyway. Do you see what I mean? Yeah. It's like you're tweaking your posing now to suit your physique, how you look right now, but that's not what you're going to look like when you're on stage. So you need to get in the habit. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And that's what's going to look right, the time. Yeah, that sounds about okay. Cool, let's go to the back. Nice. Cool. Now to the side again. Zip to the other side. Yeah, so now this side, I want you to kind of come over here a bit and then over slightly. There. Yeah? Yeah. It's just like very easy when you kind of like, when you come into your hip, it's very easy. Like if you kind of pop into that glute, your natural kind of instinct is to come this way slightly. So you just literally like...
I normally will go like that and it just flattens it.
Yeah.
But it's just a lot nicer on the other.
But it's not who's got the fattest stomach competition.
Yes.
And when you're on stage, your stomach's gonna be shredded anyway.
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean? So it's like, it's easy though, I know what you mean, to kind of like tweak it just so things look different now, but that's it. Yes. Because you got to remember, like the judges are always going to be like down here, they're not going to be where I am. Yeah. They're going to be like down here. So if you've got any lean back that way, you're going to kind of throw off your proportions. And obviously we want the legs to be bigger, but there's no doubt about that anyway. There's no doubt about that whatsoever. Okay, Paul, let's just do another round. Come to the front then for me.
So that's just somewhat nicer there.
Yeah. Let's have a look in this mirror. Cool, now to side. Yes, honestly, it looks lots better.
Yeah.
Cool, and on to the back. Yeah, and then that other side.
See, with tuberose, obviously, you only have the one side at the front. Mm-hmm. Can you do, I can't remember now. Can you do that with PCA? Just have the one front, because I hate.
Yes. Yeah, you can, yeah. Yeah, so you just got your front, side, both sides.
My check-ins, it must be this one. See, that's fine in the mirror. I don't know if you've seen on my check-ins, my leg just looks weird when I do this side.
Compared to what? The other side?
This side, yeah. Because I have my back camera for my check-in. And this side's like relatively fine, like without, because I don't look when I do my check-in.
Yeah.
That side's like somewhat okay. But when I can't see what I'm doing, this side just does not.
I think that's you just looking at yourself differently to how anyone else is going to look at it. Do you know what I mean? Like when I look at when I look at my physique, like I'm like, oh, I'm really wonky. Have you ever looked at my physique and thought, Sophie's really wonky?
No.
Right, there you go then.
No, I 100% am wonky. So
but that's something everyone is asymmetrical to some degree. But that's not something I've noticed on you. I think you're really symmetrical, like really symmetrical.
I feel like you can see a little bit more how I actually look, because I don't look like this in pictures, I don't find.
Everyone looks different in person to pictures though. You look how I expect you to look.
Okay, I've got a lot of fat on me at the minute.
But it's just lower body, like. But we know that with you. It's like it's gonna take a lot to bring that down. But it's cool. Shapes. Chef's kiss. What's your appetite been like since Wednesday?
Literally fine.
Cool.
Yeah, really good.
You're still feeling?
I swapped out my oats for 2 rice cakes still. So
Okay.
I'm just literally having a shake and eating my rice cakes, and because it's so small, I'll just move it around in the day where I need it.
Cool. Yeah, that's fine. I'm happy to do that. I'm happy to do that. Yeah, cool. Happy days. What do we start at then? 195.
I think the day I started was 194.3, and then the highest it got was 195.
Yeah, it kind of went up a bit before it came back down.
Yeah. So I'm about
192.
0.4 this morning.
Right. I think now the ball's rolling a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think we were going to get that kind of like big kind of drop with you kind of going from being a bit kind of a little bit out of routine.
It just was not consistent in any way.
That's what I mean.
Now that I've like got to it as well, and I think
like if you were going from like a phase where we were like you were just as regimented as you have been the last 10 days, for example, in with much more food, and then we did like a big pull on your calories, then you'd have had a big kind of water weight drop, you know, quickly. Whereas I think now it's kind of like, because you've kind of gone from not an awful amount of structure into structure, it's going to take into next week to actually get an idea about where this is sitting. But I think now that things are moving, this morning especially, if you've had quite a decent drop, it'll just keep going into next week, and then we'll just. But we know you've got to push for diet when we diet anyway, so hopefully we don't have to do what you had to do for your last show.
Fuck that.
Ideally not.
You know, 0 carbs for like 12 weeks. Just chicken and veg.
Just chicken and veg, mate. Nothing else.
Not the one.
What about in the cardio? It was like 2 hours or something.
It was an hour fasted on the stairs, weighted vest, and 16,000 steps.
How much was your best?
Only 5.
Oh, I did 5. Less than 10.
But like having it on just made me sweat.
Oh my god, yeah, it's awful. Awful.
So at preference, just whack my steps up.
Steps, yeah, we'll go steps. What are you hitting at average at the moment?
10, and I am hitting my 10 at the minute.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. And you got time to do that as well, haven't you?
Yeah.
That's the thing, is a lot of the time it's working out what's going to be best for you in terms of like time-wise. Like when I've done preps before in the past, it would have been a massive inconvenience for me to waste time doing more steps when I could have burnt more calories in a short amount of time frame.
Yeah.
But I think for you as well, like if we can save the high cardio for later, if we can, just because we want to preserve your energy in your leg sessions. That's the issue with you doing legs 3 times a week, is that it's not going to be very nice or helpful in it for anyone with you having to do shitloads on stairs. So but you probably will have to at one point.
We'll get there.
I'm happy. Cool. Happy things are moving. I'm just buzzing that you're like I can see the shift like mentally.
No, I'm just ready. I think I was ready to diet anyway.
You were kind of you wanted to, but mentally you weren't quite there, and then it just took a little bit longer. Like no, I'm fucking.
I want to get to the point. Honestly, I'm not even kidding you now. I've told peers and I'm telling you.
Yeah.
you guys are there to literally keep me accountable when I come out of this, because you know I've fucked it up every single time.
Yeah, we're not.
I will be checking in every day. If I get stage lean, I will be checking in every day.
Yeah.
Because someone left me.
We can, you know, you've got to remember, every time you diet, whether it's a prep or just a normal diet, okay, like you're going to put your relationship with food at risk. And no one really gets away with this scot-free. Like, you didn't have any problems pre-prep with food, did you? Right, well there you go then. So that's a good example I'm saying. So you've gone into a prep having never had food relationship issues, and then boom, first prep, yeah, okay, been there myself. So you've got to remember, like, every time you do it, you're going to run that risk, and I think it's unrealistic to expect yourself to come out with no problems.
Yeah.
You've just got to kind of almost expect it and prepare for it. Do you see what I mean? But with us working together, we know how to manage that as best we can. And also just things like, as you're coming down to the later stage of the diet, we know that we track that sort of stuff. We're tracking your appetite. We're tracking what your food focus is like, so we can monitor that rather than just ignore it for 12 weeks.
Yeah.
And then be like,
oh shit.
and then be like, help me. Yeah. But I think just, you almost kind of want to expect it and be like, right, what can I do? What can I put in place to make this transition out of the diet as, you know, harmless as kind of possible? Because this is exactly what I was kind of like at the end of my last prep. I was like, right, my food focus is higher than it's ever been, and so is my appetite. What can I do? And there's loads of things you can do, like literally, even if it's just things like making sure that when you're planning your off plans, that you're going out for meals, you're not just having them at home. You know, talk to obviously like Piers about it, and it's good that you've got him actually this time as well, actually, because that makes a massive difference. I think if you're on your own at home and you're obviously going to be hungry, like you can't avoid that. You're not going to be able to avoid that insane hunger if you get in a condition. So it's just putting things in place to make it as manageable as possible, but don't expect it to just not happen.
Yeah.
But it'll be better than last time.
Definitely.
Definitely better than last time. And you're going to look miles different as well, so I'm buzzing.
I just want this to go first, and then I'll be happy. Side on, it's like.
I think with you, it's gonna though, isn't it? I mean, there's fuck all on your stomach. There really isn't.
It's when I do vacuums and it just disappears. I'm like, I just stay like that.
Yeah, I think that'll probably.
I think another 5 kilos and like it all.
Oh, that's fucking loads. Yeah.
Then it all
you'll
starts
look
to.
miles different. 5 kilos off. Yeah. So what was your last stage weight?
56 kilo.
What's that in pounds?
I don't know in pounds, but I'm currently, I think, about 88, 89. So there's a little bit of a realistic. I'm roughly 25 to 30 kilos up.
Are you actually?
Yeah.
What's that in pounds then?
I think it was about 125 on stage. It's 125 or 135, I think I worked it out as, but start off 195.
Yeah.
So about £60.
Okay. Got a good old diet coming up.
Yeah.
But I feel like you're there. And we don't need to get, one, you're going to have more muscle tissue, so you're not going to be down there anyway.
Yeah.
And I don't think, you know, I know you want to kind of see this as a practice prep, which I do think is a good idea.
Yeah.
But there's not really going to be much benefit in coming right to that point, because what we know from previous experiences, again, it's just the risk of things like, one, your food relationship, two, your health as well. Like,
I suppose just like monitoring
doing it for kind of like, doing it for no reason. Like, I mean, obviously doing a show, you could argue, is for no reason to put your health at risk, but at least it's like, right, it's for a show, it's for that day. Whereas if you just do it for the sake of it, you kind of just putting too many things at risk. So I think like coming down to kind of like 5-6 week out mark.
Oh, okay.
What are you thinking come right down?
I was thinking like 2 weeks, 2 weeks.
Okay, well, I think we'll just see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes, because like, I think it's important that you can, what we know from what you want to do and what you want to achieve is that we come out of this in a good way.
Yeah.
That's going to be really important. And the closer you get to that kind of point where you'd be at show condition, again, it's just a bigger risk that I don't want you to kind of have to kind of put you through. I think we better
like monitor it and see just week on week.
Exactly. Like if you're like, you know, let's say we get to that point where you're like kind of like in like 4 or 5 weeks out of condition, you're like, Soph, I feel great. Like I'm not hungry, like I've got really low food focus, like let's keep going, cool, let's do it.
Yeah.
But I think like you don't know, you don't know one, and I don't either, how much we're going to have to push, and we don't know how you're going to kind of feel at that point, because at that point as well, I think it becomes quite difficult to sacrifice things when you've not got that, oh, it's for a show. You can book, you know, some photo shoots in and stuff.
Yeah, that like I was going to anyway. Yeah.
Definitely.
I've got people that.
Yeah, definitely. But I think we just, you know, let's get you as lean as we can and close to that as we can.
I just want to do the work now and benefit from.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
At the minute, like if this was an actual prep,
yeah,
I would want to be doing it. The only reason why I'm so like I want to do it is because I know it's going to benefit.
You want
me
to get yourself.
For my
yeah, no, I agree. And I think, you know, if we can start you in your actual prep leaner, then obviously that's going to be easier for us, you know. So no, I agree with you. It's almost kind of like we do half the work now.
Yeah.
But what you've got to remember is that the closer you do get to it, then the more you risk it not being beneficial, because you don't want to happen what happened last time, which I don't think it will. But
it's all on in good sense now, because my mindset is like, no.
That's what, no, exactly.
And I get there and I'm like, shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And like I said, like last year for me was like, it was like tough. Because I was like, and I was becoming quite conscious of it, like, wow, like this is not good. Like I'd literally just been too lean for too long, and it was like, I just got to the point where I was like, I just wanted the prep to be over so I could eat. Do you know what I mean? And it's, you know, when you've not got that kind of threat of the show, it becomes quite difficult to make those massive sacrifices when you're starving hungry, you know, and you're like, well, why can't I just go, you know, for this healthy meal with family or whatever. So yeah, I think we'll go with the flow. We know what we want to do, but we're going to make sure that, as always, like I said to you from the start, that your health and your food relationship is obviously like paramount.
Yeah.
So, because we need that to be good to get you to your physique goals.
Yeah.
You're not going to get to your physique goals if that's in the bin. Yeah. Sweet. Cool. I'm buzzing. How long was your last prep? Must have been long.
10 months.
Oh yeah, that'll do the trick. Did you have any off plans?
No. No, the only thing that I ever had was refeed.
Did you have some high days?
I had one.
Oh no, we say high days. What was it?
I think it was a diet break, like 5 weeks out, and I ended up going back to because I had a carb cycle and I had low, medium and high day. Well, no, 3 low days, then medium and high, and then just kept repeating.
Yeah.
And then they got pulled and it was just constant low days. And then obviously, with that point, when I was just on my, at the time, low days, I had a high day, which was my previous medium day, and that was it. And that was for 5 days.
Okay.
Then it got pulled back, and then obviously I went on to zero carbs.
Went to zero, yeah.
And then I had one refeed, I think a week out. So like before my peak week, I had a refeed of 1 day, which was extra oats and berries, and that was it. And
I bet that was the best day ever, wasn't it?
Oh my god, it was
literally like literally just one bowl of food, like.
I'm like, oh my god, so good.
Yeah, but so I mean, it's easy to see how that kind of went how it did. Like, I think that would do the trick with most people, but especially with it being your first prep as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, we take things from that and just learn from it. But I think we'll keep going. We've got all year.
As long as I'm like somewhat in a position like in person that you think I'm at. I think that's what I was stressing about.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
No stress. Like your proportions look like even more mental in real life.
But like it's literally just this is my problem. Like people don't realise that it's just pure fat, and like
all fat.
Where like here, like that is how far it goes in. Like all my fat is stored here. Like it is just all cellulite.
Okay.
So I'm so conscious that I'm going to lose so much size.
You're gonna feel it. you know, but that's like anyone, you know. You go through that phase. And one other girl here, Meg, one of my clients, Meg, who's here at the moment, she's in that bit of prep where it's like, I just feel small. Well, you're going to. You're going to, because you're losing that fullness. You feel flat, you've obviously dropped some fat, so things feel smaller, and you start thinking, do I look like I can go to the gym? You're going to, so it's just, you're going to have to just, especially because you know, you've been out of stage condition now for what?
2 years.
2 years.
It's
so
hard.
but you also will have got used to, you know, we know that you hold the majority of your body fat on your lower body, so you get used to holding you get used to feeling your legs that big and how they fit in clothes and stuff, so you're going to be like, oh my god, I'm losing loads of muscle, but we're going to make sure you don't, so don't stress.
I wish we didn't have to pose in heels.
I was saying, maybe try being fucking 6 foot. Like towering over everyone. I know, I completely agree. I feel like I leave loads of like shape on my legs when I
like that for me.
Yeah.
So much better.
Yeah. No, I get it. I'm exactly the same. But no, you don't need to stress.
I just think it's better without heels, but hey. Excited.
I'm excited.
I'm
excited. Cool.
Nice.
Awesome.
Fabulous.
What's the plan?
I've just done my check-in with Soph. It's actually been the first in-person check-in that I've ever done with her, so that was really, really good, and it's quite valuable for me as well with a coach to kind of get feedback on my physique in person, because as you probably heard, the difference between viewing your physique on a check-in on photos from your phone to then the camera that she's looking at to then actually seeing you in real life is completely different. But she's put my mind at rest. You know, she's happy with where things are at, where we're going with everything. Very, very out my comfort zone with that current physique check. So be kind. But that is the reality of me personally with my current state of my off season. You know, everyone's different. I am extremely, extremely new to the game here. So I'm not expecting my off season physique to be absolutely like mega and holding minimal fat, minimal cellulite. Like, I know where my body is currently at, and it's still miles better than pre-training for this body weight and my body composition. So I'm not too mad. Obviously, as always, we want to be leaner. That's the overall aim at the minute as well, anyway, with dieting. But that is in essence the start point of this mini prep, mock prep, should we say. So I'm very, very excited to get the ball rolling, see where things go, and obviously carry along with a lot more in-person check-ins with Soph over the coming weeks. But yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you found it a little bit valuable and a little insight as to kind of what I'm doing and the process and what's going to be happening over the next few weeks. And I will catch you guys at the next one.